everyone, welcome back to Steps Towards Your True Intuitive Self. I haven't been recording videos for a long while, but now I'm back and let's go to step 9 on your way towards developing your intuition. Today, I invite you to make a shift in your thinking, in your mindset, in how you think and feel about your intuition from I sometimes have intuition or I am sometimes intuitive, sometimes not, to my intuition is always there. If you start to see that intuition is a part of you that is always present, like an inner compass, always working, always pointing to the right direction for you, even if sometimes you can't connect to it, you can know that it's there and that you are not off the path, that you are not being confused or that you forgot to switch on your intuition. No, you start to trust that your intuition is always present, always available, and that it's always like a constant sound in the background. It's always there for you when you need it. And sometimes it is normal for humans to be disconnected from intuition, but it doesn't mean that your intuition disappears when you feel like that. Sometimes I feel it is even normal to not feel your intuition and live your life in a different mode for a bit and then come back to yourself and see that something has been missing, or that maybe you feel like you are going off the path and your intuition then goes on and you reconnect. Sometimes also it can be that your intuition is working, it is always working, and you just don't feel anything from it. And sometimes it could be that the message is wait and pause, or that there is not enough information available yet, or maybe that the things you're waiting for, they're not happening in the invisible part of life yet, so you need to pause and wait. So sometimes when you don't feel you're connecting to intuition, it's because you are all right where you are. You don't need to do things right now or know things right now, and that then maybe your intuition will come up when it's time to move forward. And for me, this step in developing my intuition came when I met my intuitive teacher, and meeting her kind of gave me a permission to trust that intuition was always working, that it was available for me on any topics that I really needed, that I could ask it about really anything. Like I could ask it about what to eat, which road to take, what to do right now in my day, or what to do in terms of bigger sense in life. And it became like a feeling of the constant flow that even when I'm not directly connected to it, I know it is still flowing. I know it is still working. My inner sonar is working, that I'm still kind of following a line of my spirit, of my intuition. And it was really much more of a mindset and opening up in my consciousness than really like a big change in how I tuned into my intuition. But this was a profound shift. And today I invite you to take that step, to start trusting and believing that your intuition is always available. You may also try to use an affirmation to remind yourself, my intuition is always here. My intuition is here. My intuition is working. My intuition is on. My intuition is there. And to practice this step, I invite you to start developing and exploring ways how you can learn to tune into your intuition. Meaning that when you trust your intuition is there, you can start just practicing when you need it, different ways to connect. So, for example, if you feel anxious about something, and when you're anxious, you can't quite connect, then you breathe out, remind yourself that your intuition is there, and then you work on ways to calm down your anxiety. For you, it could be taking a couple of breaths, or maybe going for a walk, maybe going for a slow walk, or maybe going for an intense walk so your body releases some of adrenaline going on. And when you let yourself find your own ways how to reconnect to the flow of your intuition, that's where you will actually start to really trust and see that it is really there. It is really there. It's a little bit like, I feel like swimming. When you first start to learn to swim, it feels like there is nothing much to rely upon. You can't quite, you can grasp water and stay attached to it. But once you learn how to flow with yourself, how to flow with your energy, when you learn what your body needs to calm down and to feel more intuitive, then you will start to feel that the waters of intuition are actually pretty reliable, and you can swim, and you can always ask it for help when you need, and your intuition will respond, and the invisible world will send you help. It is always there. It is always available for you. And if you really like this video, I ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video of course, but also in the description I have a link to a free worksheet. If you have a specific question for your intuition, but you're kind of struggling to connect to it, you can download that worksheet, and with a specific question in mind, you can start to ask different parts of you, going from your intellect, your body, to your heart, and to deeper layers of your intuition, and ask all of these parts of you what guidance you have for your question. Again, find this worksheet in the link in the description, and I hope to see you in my next video, and I promise I'm getting back to recording videos again. See you soon. Bye.